say that like that.
Hey man, hey, I'm a Ninja Turtles fan, okay? I will ooze wherever I like.
This one drink that's not even bad, you won't drink. And I'm confused. I am in anger.
Good for you guys. I don't watch a lot of movies. I go outside. Okay?
This is Isaac Joseph kicking off day 2 of Des Moines Con. We are still trying to figure out the formatting to how we're going to release this content this year. Might be different, might be same, but all that we need to know is that it's day 2 of Des Moines Con, Saturday, the big day, and it's a warm welcome. We got Too Many Words flag. We got this spinner getting prepped. You know, once the Nana gets here, we gonna put some stuff out on the table. So, you know, it's way better to have a spinner on the table when there's more than just 2 things to give away. You know, because we got stickers and wristbands and all that. But Nana's bringing pens and bookmarks and other things, I think. But you know, we're having a good time. Yesterday, it was nice. It was sweet. Not the most traffic, but, you know, as expected for a Friday. Saturday, huge day. I don't know if it's been stated before, but we got concessions right there, taco stand right there, alcohol stand right there with pretzels, and totally rolled ice cream. But, yeah, fit check today. Jeans, floral shirt, tank top, all from Walmart. I'm a Walmart girly, and this hat was custom in a gift. So, yeah, this is how we roll. But I don't know. There's lots to do today, but lots to be unexpected for today. Jordan is currently standing in the Charlie Cox line to get a signature for Vinny, and also maybe, just maybe, get one good question with him. And he didn't even bring the camera. I don't know what he's doing. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that. I'm going to kill him. Okay. I guess I'm going to go bring him some equipment. So yeah, this has been the opening of day 2 of Des Moines Con. We're going to get at it. So, yeah. Hello and welcome back to day 2 of Des Moines Con. I'm here with Lyra, an awesome volunteer. How you doing, Lyra?
I'm pretty good. This is a very exciting, stimulating environment. So.
Yes, it is. Lots of things, lots of people and colors and shapes and weird things, but good weird things. So have you done a con before?
Mostly anime conventions. I came to Comic-Con here probably 7 years ago now. And then again for Anime Iowa, but then they moved back up to Coralville, so I haven't been back to this space specifically since.
Gotcha. All right, so you had the awesome enthusiasm to want to volunteer for this booth. I thank you so much for that. What made you want to do something like that?
I mean, I'm trying to get better at socializing and networking. As an actor, that is a very important thing. And I can't just only go through connections with my friends, unfortunately. Although that's gotten me pretty far. That got me into your short film, funnily enough. So
yes.
It works out. But yeah, I wanted to push myself to get better at talking to people and also just help out because I know a bunch of independent artists and finding people with the time and energy to volunteer is really difficult. So
It is. So we appreciate you. So you really want to take on acting as a serious thing?
Oh, 100%. I mean, just performing in general. I'm performing at the Idol Fest at Anime Iowa in July. So just basically any opportunity I can to perform is good for me. But acting is probably my number one.
Excellent. Hi, Jordan. How's it going? Oh, no. 1 second. Hey, Lyra. Do you want to talk to Jordan about do you want to talk shit about me with him about how I took on Marketplace with you?
I mean, I don't know how much shit I have to talk, but...
Okay. Jordan, come on down. Fill in the dead air. Oh, that's muted.
I have to leave.
You have to leave?
Yes.
Why?
Because I forgot something
Okay. Sure, go.
that could save my con experience.
Okay. You do that. Lyra, we're going to put a little pin in this. Once I get my Nana at the booth, then we will continue.
Sounds good.
All right, we on the fly here at Des Moines Con. All right, we are here at day 2 of Des Moines Con, and I'm so happy to get some more material in as it is almost 2 o'clock, and we have not done too much. I did a very wrong thing.
Oh, what did you do?
I forgot to click record on the audio for Lyra's section.
Oh, no.
So I'm super happy to know that she's coming back tomorrow.
Oh, good, yeah.
So we're gonna maybe not do it over again, but
Right.
we're gonna acknowledge it and then
Yeah.
maybe go pitter patter over the
Absolutely,
things that we
absolutely.
already went over.
Yeah.
But yeah, made sure that did not happen with
Good.
you.
Yeah, fantastic. I appreciate that.
But yes, for anybody and everybody who only listens or watches the convention episodes of the Too Many Words podcast, you might recognize this person, or maybe you don't at all, because the last time we saw her, she looked like Raven from Teen Titans. This is Hope Jakes.
Yes.
And a lot can happen in a year.
It can.
Hope Jakes has acted in 2 of my short films at this point and helps with social media for the podcast. How the heck are you?
I am doing pretty fantastic. Tired, really tired, but
Yeah?
doing good.
Why are you tired?
Well, this is day 2 of the con. We also do a double shift this weekend, so Misfit Studios works in the evening at Dream Night. It's a special needs event for kids at the zoo. So I am exhausted.
Wonderful. Or bad. Or,
Yeah, what?
I mean, it's good stuff.
It's good stuff.
happening.
It's what we do. It's what we do.
Yes. So, Hope, how is your experience thus far for this year's Des Moines Con?
It's been pretty good. It's really hectic this year. I met Charlie Cox.
How was that?
That was incredible.
Let's talk about it.
That was incredible.
How'd that go?
We did a photo op. It was really organized. It was super fast, but handshake.
Did you get to talk to him at all?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Handshake. Got to tell him that I loved his work. He put his arm around me, so I was like, okay.
Cool.
But he's a cool guy. Super cool guy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Jordan's actually in line for him right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'll
is he
see
doing
him
an
tomorrow.
autograph or
What?
is he doing an autograph?
He's doing an autograph for Vinny.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Jordan's supposed to call me once he gets into the actual second half of the line.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then it's not gonna happen.
No.
It's not gonna happen. But we're gonna try to do one good
You'll see him
question.
next week. You'll see him next week.
Yeah. We're gonna try to get one good question,
Oh, sure.
but him being a product of Disney now, probably not. Probably not. But he's still got to get that signature either way for Vinny.
Right,
so.
absolutely.
Yeah, because Vinny's gonna be here tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
But he doesn't want to spend half the time
Right.
being in line because I don't
Yeah.
think I think he's only here for the afternoon.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. But business is booming with the concessions.
Yeah,
and we're,
I see that.
We're conning people into being part of what
Conning
we're doing.
people?
Yeah,
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Fun fact: we've replaced you.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
All
a
right.
person that does makeup wants to help with making movies.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just kidding, by the way. That person does exist. They do want to help,
Yeah.
but she does more than that.
Nice.
I think.
It's
I
always
don't know.
better to have a backup.
Yeah. All right, so this is obviously a new cosplay.
Yes, this is Gwenpool.
Okay, tell us about Gwenpool and why.
So a lot of people think she is a Gwen Stacy variant. She is not.
She is not
She is from our universe.
our universe.
She was accidentally transported to Earth 616. But before that, since she's from our universe, the Marvel heroes exist, but only in movies and comics. She is a huge Spider-Gwen fan. Her name is Gwendolyn Poole. She's a huge Spider-Man fan, huge Spider-Gwen fan, and she's transported, and she doesn't know what to do. So she hates Deadpool. But the reason she adopted the Deadpool persona is because she thought it would give her plot armor, because she doesn't have any powers.
No way.
So she likes to gaslight the heroes, threaten to out their secret identities if they don't help her.
So is she like an anti-hero then?
She is doing her best. She has a best friend, Jeff the Shark. She's also good friends with Kate Bishop. And why? I mean, she's me. Gwen Stacy's my favorite hero. I love Spider-Man. Huge
Yeah.
nerd.
Yeah.
I mean, it just fits, you know?
Okay.
So I just
but
love
this is
her.
not Gwen Stacy.
No, she is not a Gwen Stacy variant. She is her own character.
Gwendolyn Poole.
Gwendolyn Poole.
Legitimate last name for
Legitimate
character?
last name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So is there anything in particular you wanted to talk to me about today, or just
Just hanging out.
just hanging out?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I was
That-
called the Fortnite girl a few times. That was great. She is in Fortnite.
I mean, you were free on the battle pass
I
like
was.
a year ago.
I was a year ago though. So I was called the Pink Power Ranger.
Oh no.
That was yeah. I was expecting that.
Dude, so you know my Star-Lord jacket?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I first got it, I didn't have any conventions to actually wear it to, so I just wanted
Sure.
to wear it
Yeah.
casually.
Uh-huh.
I've gotten a lot of things,
Okay.
a lot of guesses. Most of them were wrong. I went to work, and at the time, I had a very jovial boss.
Sure.
He was like, I walk in, he's like, oh, is that the jacket from the Thriller?
No.
I'm like, no,
it's not.
It is not from the Thriller.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and also, the guy at the gas station was like, oh, Back to the Future.
Yeah. Not really. No.
No, not at all. But I'm like, sure.
Sure. Why not? I
Yeah.
guess.
And then, some people who are completely out of the loop, they're like, why are you wearing a motorcycle jacket?
Oh yeah. Of course.
And then, so.
Where's
yeah.
your motorcycle, man?
Yeah.
Where's your motorcycle?
I don't know what people can casually think you're dressing up as, like a tennis player or
Yeah.
something like that.
Pepto-Bismol's spokesperson.
Okay. So the blue eye contacts, is that lore accurate?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Even down to the eyes, guys.
Yep.
Hope is a committed cosplayer. She's a professional.
I'm a professional character
I
actor.
give her $1,500 to act in my projects
He
every
does.
single time.
I'm still waiting on the paycheck. Multiple.
Things bounce sometimes.
Yes, they do. They do. It's okay.
But if you guys want to hire her, that's her rate, $1,500 per paycheck.
Right.
And so
Per hour, actually.
we're not negotiating
no.
anything.
No.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's crazy. I think it legitimately marks one whole year we've known each other.
Yep. It does actually.
That's like hitting me right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
When did it hit you?
When I first when I came to see you when you were setting up, I was like, dang, I've known you for a year.
Exactly
And I
a
met
year.
you here.
Yeah, like right over there.
Right over there.
Like 100
over
feet
there.
that way.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I don't know. It just goes to show. I've said it already twice. A lot can happen in a year.
Yes, it can.
Because I don't know. You've become very emotionally supportive for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Holy crap! I've been single for 51 weeks.
Holy buckets.
To be fair, on the real, that is the longest I've been single in my entire adult life.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah. And I'm striving, bro.
That's
Or not
that's
striving,
great.
thriving.
Thriving. I was gonna say that's great. That's
Yeah.
great.
But yeah, it's really cool how much of a friend that you've become over the year.
Thank you.
Past
You
year.
as well.
Also
Likewise.
Ben.
Yeah.
Also everybody else.
Yeah.
The reason why I say everybody else, not because I don't know their names, but I don't know if they consider me
Sure.
friends
Yeah.
yet.
Yep. Yep.
But we got Michael.
Yep.
We got Dottie. We got Deadpool.
Yeah. Keaton.
I was gonna say Preston, but I knew it
Preston?
was not it. I knew that was not it. But yeah, Keaton, that guy is a superstar.
He is. He really is.
Does he have any aspirations in acting?
I don't know actually.
Okay,
You
because
should ask him.
he's got a really good Deadpool, and I'd love to see his range.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because he's so pretty.
He is.
He is.
He is.
Very. But yeah. So anything you want to talk about, homie?
Not really. I just want to hang.
That's
you know?
all good. See how casual it gets, just because.
My first year, I stood like this.
Yeah, you did.
You were
gripping it.
I was so nervous
gripping it.
talking.
But I mean, I didn't notice until you pointed it out on social media that you were super nervous.
Yes.
But I don't know. Why were you nervous?
Because new people.
Because we're a bunch of strange men.
Yeah, because new people, and I am, oddly enough, I'm not good behind the camera.
Really?
I I've gotten better, but
Yeah.
yeah.
You gotta. So like, I don't know. What is? So if a little kid were to meet you,
Yeah.
how are you? Like, what are you like?
Yeah, so if a kid were to meet me, I am super energetic.
Okay.
I talk really, really, really fast.
Okay.
I stumble all my words.
Okay.
And I ask them, oh, who's your favorite superhero? Oh, mine's Gwen Stacy, blah, 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 you know. And I talk about comic book lore and just how cool the superheroes are. And
I'm gonna make
things
sure
like
you're in
that.
frame real quick.
Am I in frame? You didn't give me an X to stand on. Am I in frame?
You're looking great.
Okay.
You're looking great. Cool. Okay. How many kids have known what you are?
So a lot of adults have known who I am. There
Okay.
was a few smaller kids that were like,
This height?
yeah, about
this level?
Yeah, about this level. That were like, oh, it's Gwenpool, you know. And I think that
Very cool.
I think the Fortnite Battle Pass
Fortnite did
has
a
really-
favor.
because Gwenpool is really niche.
Yes.
Super niche.
Yes.
So it's fun. It's
You'll
fun.
get a lot of Raven people tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Raving about Raven.
Raving
Yeah.
about Raven.
Raving
yeah.
about Raven.
Raven will be fun. I have to wake up early.
Did you get a new wristband?
I did get a new wristband. I
Heck
stole
yeah.
one.
You stole one. That's right.
That is
That's
right.
right.
I was like, oh,
when
I'll take
nobody
that,
was here,
and I'll
you're
take
just
that.
like yoink.
Yep.
Okay.
Pickpocketed.
Have you talked to Nana yet?
I have talked to Nana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I said, hi, Nana. She's great.
Sick. So are you guys all leaving at 4:30?
So only half of us are leaving at 4:30 for the event tonight at the zoo.
Okay.
It will be me, Michael, Kiefer, Dottie, and Ben, who will be
Okay.
leaving for the zoo.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there anybody else wanting to be on the podcast?
I can ask.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're like, been there, done that. No thanks.
No thanks. Podcast, too many words. What's that?
Yeah. Too many times.
Too many
on the
times.
podcast. No, thank you. But yeah, tell us, what do you do at the zoo?
So, for tonight, it's going to be Dream Night, which is a special event for special needs kids. And it is just meet and greet fun with my company, Misfit Studios. We're professional character actors, and we go and just make kids happy. Last night we went, and it was a great turnout. Lots of kids smiled, and we love doing events like that for especially special needs kids.
Should be even bigger tonight.
Absolutely, yeah.
Kind of like how it is here.
Yep.
That guy is dressed like a grill dad, and the apron says "Raise the stakes."
That is actually incredible.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's kind of funny how we're acknowledging that, but he has no clue.
Yeah, it
what
is
we're
kind of
doing.
funny. I
Yeah.
think that's what a lot of cosplayers, a lot of people acknowledge from afar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no clue. What's this cosplay in the orange and blue?
I don't watch anime. I have no idea.
I don't watch anime
I don't
either.
See, thank you.
See, like if I was an avid anime watcher, I'd have a lot to say about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like when I'm trying to do crowd work, I got nothing to say when a guy's wearing a black cloak with red clouds on it.
I have no idea.
You know?
Yeah.
I think that's Avatar, maybe. But
I don't think that's Avatar.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, this has been Hope Jakes on
Yeah.
day 2. I'd be glad to run back the Raven cosplay tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll
I
see
can,
what
I can
happens.
come back through and say hi.
Yeah, what if we did like just 5 minutes of you full character?
I could. Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be really fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, this has been Hope Jakes
Yeah.
on the second day of the podcast.
Yeah,
second
thanks
day of
for
the
having
convention.
me.
We'll see you later. All right. This is Isaac with a very special guest named
Hunter?
All right. Hunter is obviously not a cosplayer. He is just a patron, but he's not just a patron. This is the most hospitable guy I've ran into today. Dude, tell us what you did today.
Well, I just came in and talked with you for a minute. You asked if there was someone from One Piece, the voice actor, in. So I ran down there just to check it out for you. Came
Yeah.
back, let you know.
Yeah, when I could have just looked it up on my phone, but this guy was just like, nah, put in the woodwork for you. And he came back and actually reported back to me. I'll tell you what, if a man has nothing, he has his word, and you got one of those, brother. And I really appreciate that, because, like, honestly, there is a lot of Luffys out here, lots of Luffy hats, and I love One Piece, and I was just like, is there someone to meet today? But nada. It's so weird. Must be just super popular, which it is.
Oh, always.
What is your favorite anime, bro? Do you watch it avidly?
I do watch anime.
Okay.
I think the anime that actually got me hooked originally was Akame ga Kill.
Okay.
And
Tell us about that.
There's just it's utopia type, and there's some really overpowered weapons, and so some people have them, some people don't. Some people that think they're the good guys, some people that don't think they're the good guys. There's one character, I believe his name was Bro.
Bro.
Yeah, that's what they call him, is Bro. So awesome hair, awesome armor.
Okay. Awesome hair, awesome armor, and named Bro. Sounds like I got... What was the name of it again?
Akame ga Kill.
Akame ga what?
Kill.
Ga kill.
Yeah.
Okay. Not got killed.
No, GA.
Akame ga kill. Okay. Cool. Oh my gosh. It's a Fairly Odd Parent.
Yeah, I saw Jorgen, Tooth Fairy, Cosmo, and Wanda all in that same line.
Very nice. Say, what brought you to this con today?
Just checking it out. I came last year, saw y'all, and saw a bunch there. Buddy wanted a ride, so I'm like, I'll give you a ride out there as well. And, came to have fun, check things out.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that you're having fun, right? Because you're only here today,
Yeah, I'm only here today.
and you're making the most of it. I mean, I don't know what you're doing
Absolutely.
here at this booth, but you're doing.
Talking to some cool
appreciate-
people.
I appreciate your time, sir. But yeah, let's see. I swear I had another question in mind, but it's okay. Dog, what makes you so nice, so hospitable, huh? Got any wise words for us?
In a world full of darkness, try to be the light for everyone else.
Okay, I like that. That's fun. Let's see. Have you got wristbanded up?
No, I haven't. I
Okay.
didn't run too many places. Got a whole bunch of bookmarks, though.
Nice. Did you spin that wheel then?
No, not yet. Not
I mean,
yet.
I know that you were waiting for me. I'm so sorry. I was making the rounds with my other creative friends, and so you gotta support the homies and
Oh, absolutely.
stuff like that.
Absolutely.
I will say, what haven't you done yet today?
Eaten. I
You haven't
have not-
eaten?
No, not yet.
That makes the two of us. Yeah, stick it out like a ninja.
Yep. I actually got some ice cream right there.
Yes, you do. You have a lot of willpower to just let that sit and just talk to me. But I guess I'll make this a little bit more quick. But is this how many conventions have you been to? Is this your first Des Moines Con?
No, this is my second one.
Okay.
I was here, I want to say it was last year.
Okay. And then you remembered us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
There's notable faces. I might not remember names, but faces are one of those I can remember.
And hats, sun hats. All
Yeah.
right. You think I do this for fun? I mean, yes, I do.
Absolutely.
But you know how marketable this is? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
People recognize the sun hat guy, so we go with it.
Absolutely.
So how many have you gone to?
Well, I think this is my second actual convention.
Actual convention.
Okay.
Well, what would you count as like a kind of convention?
The whole bunch of people together, showing off different things, like more anime, more fan art, that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
Been to, gun shows, been to
Gun shows.
rendezvous
Okay.
before, yep, but not
Gotcha.
quite a full convention.
Okay. So what would you say is your fandom? Like, what fandom do you most lie within? Like, I'm a big wrestling fan. I'm a big Marvel fan. But what is like your bee's knees, bro?
Oh, that's a tough one. I think more medieval stuff.
Medieval?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a big high fantasy person. So,
Okay.
knights, dragons, that kind of stuff.
Gotcha. Well, actually, are you a big of a reader? you a reader?
I do some reading, more of audiobooks because I have more time to listen than to actually read.
Even better. Shoot, 1 second. Jordan, stop cleaning up my business cards. 1 second. Okay, listen. There's a guy, he's an author. His name is Justin. He writes fantasy, medieval related stuff as well.
Okay.
He has an audiobook
here?
that's for sale over that way.
Let's see. I'm pretty sure. Is it Jay Dursky?
Nope.
No?
His name is Justin something. And Justin something is right next to Joe Prozit.
Okay.
And Joe Prozit does a lot of horror and dark stuff.
Yep, I think I was over there.
Yeah. And so if you're into fantasy stuff and if you're a reader, go to Justin.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I wish I had a last name. But he's right next to Joe Prozit.
Okay.
But yeah. Do you have any questions for me, brother?
Not at all.
Not at all.
None that I can think of.
It's okay. I'm not a very interesting person. So it's all good. But yeah, this has been Hunter, patron of the Des Moines Con and awesome guest of the Too Many Words podcast. I'll see you next time, Hunter. Maybe
Thank you very much.
maybe next year. How about that?
Absolutely. If you're here, I'll be here.
All right.
Justin, by the way. Jordan. I am the other half of Too Many Words. That makes sense. Okay. Are you what makes it too many?
No. I am the most long-winded person on planet Earth. I mean, you saw my transaction with those people over there. I give the longest answers. I give the most detail-oriented answers. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but I win people over because I'm adorable. But anyways, we are here with Justin Rose, the author. You have a middle initial, though, right?
Yes. O.
Justin O. Rose, and that's how you go by as the author, right?
It's how I started printing out my books, so I'm stuck with it now. Yeah.
So I'm stuck with it forever. That reminds me of the time I used to love, as a kid, reading Captain Underpants. And it's pronounced Dave Pilkey, but it doesn't have the E in the end for Dave. Mm-hmm. It's printed Dav Pilkey. And he actually adopted that because one of his managers, when he was working at a fast food restaurant, put D-A-V instead of D-A-V-E. And he just ran with it.
Just branded and created his branding for him.
Yep, Dav Pilkey. That's how he be. But yeah, that was a good memory. Thank you for reminding me of that.
No problem.
But yeah, Justin O. Rose, Mr. Author. We met just yesterday, and you told me a little bit about your books. But I want you to tell us what kind of stories you tell in the same way that you told me in person.
Sure, yeah. So I've got a few different things. I mostly write novels and audio drama scripts. So the novel series, I have a 3-parter that's complete. High fantasy, think Robin Hobb, Brandon Sanderson, that sort of tone style to it. It follows a family of immortals across a couple generations. You start off with like a local small-scale adventure. They're kind of not very prominent, living in this little frontier village on the edge of a human empire. And it's really a localized family story focusing on this father's struggle to protect his children and his wife as a threat comes from the past to haunt them again in the present. And from that first book, the next 2, there's big jumps of time. The family's circumstances change, and it moves from that local adventure story to something much grander. Second one, you get myth, magic, demigods, and then the third one, you get kind of like civil war and political intrigue. So that's the main series, and then I also have one other series I'm working on that's related to it, and an audio drama script.
Okay. You know, I think it's really smart holding off on the political drama until book 3 because it gets the readers to really know the universe and the characters, and by then they'll have a really good idea of what side they want to be on. I don't know how you wrote it, but that sounds like a really good, smart idea for 3 book phases.
Yeah, and like the thing is, when you're working with the same characters across different books, you know, you expect different things from each character as you get to know them. And so the 2 sequels after the first book each follow one of 2 brothers. And the one brother who became the most involved politically, who adores his nation, and, you know, they say that, like, he's never going to give his heart to a woman because it's all wrapped up in the flag of his country already, you know. And he is actually the one who becomes involved in a story more of myth and magic. And then his brother, who was always the one more in tune with the wonder of the world, is actually the one who winds up having a story that involves more politics and more intrigue and civil war. And it's that kind of like tension of how their lives are pulled in very different directions than what their inclinations would have led them to that I think helps structure it a bit.
Okay. So we've gotten to know a little bit about your books. What made you choose this style, what this genre of books?
Absolutely.
It seems like your whole dealio.
It's a great question because growing up, I did not read a lot of fantasy. I read some. I read Narnia, Lord of the Rings, some of the really big names, and not a whole lot more. I mostly read the classics. I was reading Dostoevsky, Dickens, Ray Bradbury's Dandelion Wine, F. Scott Fitzgerald's Great Gatsby. These are the things that I grew up on. And then when I was in college, I started dabbling with fantasy a little bit, and I found that the nicest thing about fantasy is because there's expectations built around certain races and certain tropes, you can use those as shortcuts to get to the themes you want to work with. So I have these races that are all built around different human attributes. Elves are based upon clan loyalty and blood ties. Minotaurs are based upon endurance and stoicism. And because you can kind of give these shorthand attributes to the races, it lets you access themes that you would have had to explain a lot more working with human characters. That's just a nice shortcut to get to those messages.
Okay, cool. Jordan, you got any questions for just?
So it's kind of, I'm going only off of what you've described so far, I guess. It gives me kind of Rick Riordan vibes, like Percy Jackson, but like the part of the universe that we don't see, like the political aspect, the actual like logistics of. I guess the drama of it, and I think that sounds really intriguing to me.
Yeah. So
you can buy his book right now.
Yeah, it's right back here. I'll go break it out for you. You know, I can do an after-hour sale. But no, style-wise, it is very different from Riordan because Riordan's is kind of like this joyous and fun, like childish adventure story, right? And mine definitely lean more into kind of like very introspective, very dramatic themes. But the structure is very similar because you have a pantheon of gods who are sworn not to interfere with humans anymore, and then they kind of do. And there is a demigod born, and one of the big storylines in the second two books are what's going to become of this demigod who was born outside of this oath the gods made not to interfere. So very similar to Percy Jackson in that regard.
Okay. Well, another question. Have you played Dungeons & Dragons?
I have not, but I am around it constantly now that I do conventions. Like I do all these like board game and tabletop game conventions, and I'm around Dungeons & Dragons all the time. A lot of the writing I do at a gaming coffee shop where people are usually playing Dungeons & Dragons. So it's going to happen sooner or later. I just never did growing up, but now I see it everywhere I go.
Okay. Respect.
Nice. Was being a writer plan A, or how did that come about?
Yeah, that's been plan A since I was,
Really?
6. Like
You don't hear that very often.
I started writing as soon as I could read, basically. Like even before I read, I drew little comics without words of like characters doing things, just like pages of little moving illustrations. Like I've always loved story. As a kid, I spent all of my evenings just like pouring through books and like devouring stories. And so it's always what I was going to do. The fantasy came later. The first fantasy things I wrote like a couple short stories in high school, and then at the end of college, I started my first novel. But writing, that was always there, whether it was contemporary, historical fiction, whatever.
Well, you don't really hear that very much, at least in the circle that I'm in. Okay, Prodigy. Prodigy writer right here. This man's doing it his whole life. That means you must have really good writing then, right?
I mean, that's what I like to tell people, particularly when I'm selling them something.
All right. Cool. Do you have any more questions for Justin?
No, I'd say shout him out more, Where can they find you? What?
Oh, well, that was the closing stuff. But yeah, where can we find you, Justin?
Sure, absolutely. So all my stuff is available on Amazon. I have my own personal website too, like on PayHip where you can find the stuff. But easiest way, probably just on Amazon. The name of the series is First Immortals, and the other series is Nation's End. So,
all right. And now I'm going to ask a super basic question, but it's a question I love asking all authors, comic book writers of any sort. What makes a story good?
Oh, that is so broad. There's
that
so
is
much.
a loaded question.
Like on the technical side of things, what does a story need for it to be good/interesting?
Make you feel. I mean, it's a broad answer to a broad question, but I really think it's accurate. Like, a story needs to make you feel. If you walk away and you don't feel different than when you started reading, it's a failure. And if you do walk away feeling different, unless it's merely feeling enraged at the author, if you walk away feeling something, then it worked.
All right. Well, this has been a great introduction to Justin. A lot of these Nerd Street conventions, as we've talked about, you run into a lot of the same people. So I'm looking forward to recognizing your face from here on out, Justin. So.
Yeah, there is a great community of creatives at these Nerd Street events. I have been really privileged the last couple of years to get to know them.
Yes, sir. All right. This has been, well, the end of
Day 2.
Day 2. We're going to close it out real soon. But thank you so much, Justin.
That was awesome.
Thanks for doing that.
It's the one that he just had. Hello, hello. Well, number 4 is over there, so we know it's not that one.
I mean, yeah, they're all on, so.
Yes, sir. Okay, scoot over that way.
Okay. Don't
Love
we
you.
have like a lot of clearance here?
Yeah, we do, but like, are we just gonna talk to each other from this distance?
Yeah.
This feels weird to me.
It just feels the same.
We're best friends. We should touch each other more.
I don't know about that one.
Okay. Anyways,
The best friend part,
Jordan,
not the touching part.
You were kind of away from the booth a lot today.
Yeah.
You came in late, then you went home, and then you did the convention for 2.5 hours.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm making it sound really bad on purpose. This absolute slacker, what were you doing?
So, truthfully, what happened was I came in after a work shift because, you know, we need people sometimes.
You missed Kyle.
Yeah, I figured I would. And then, you know, I was tasked with something by our good friend Vinny. You know, everyone knows Vinny. Everyone loves Vinny.
Who the hell's Vinny?
Vinny Cataldo. He's
yeah.
the face of One Good Question, you know?
Yeah.
I was tasked with getting Charlie Cox's signature for him. And I did it 6 hours later.
It wasn't, I mean, I guess from the first text to the last one saying, hey, I got it, probably was 6 total hours, yeah?
Yes. Because they were doing cash only. So I forgot something at home anyway, so I figured I'd go home. I'd go get some cash. Vinny paid me for it. So I pulled the cash out, and then I came back and then stood in line for a while, and then he went to go do some other stuff, and then so they told me to leave, and then he came back, so I stood in line for a while again.
Yeah.
And then I got it. I was very nervous. He's a very, very nice guy, though. Amazing, sweet soul.
Did you have a short convo with him?
I tried to a little bit, yeah. I was like, "How are you?" He's like, "I'm great. How are you?" You know, typical stuff. But like, he was very nice about it.
He does seem like one of the nicer guys.
He was giving a lot of hugs and like a lot of the cool stuff, you know.
Cool. I talked to Dan Green today, the voice of Yugi.
Yeah.
And we got his permission to do One Good Question tomorrow.
Okay.
So that'll be really cool.
Yeah, that will be cool.
You wanna do camera for that one?
Sure.
I'll
Yeah.
have Vinny do it. He'll be in the afternoon. We got Marcellus in the morning. Ooh.
Is Marcellus going to be here the whole day, or is he?
No, he's
okay.
till 1 or 2. I forget.
Damn.
We can sweet talk him into
What the heck,
staying
Marcellus?
later.
Marcellus, I'm going to have to ask you to be a little bit more present for
Yeah,
me.
he's not getting here till
because
11:30
You are
too.
my emotional support black man.
I'm just kidding. What?
What?
Okay. But yeah, it's good to finally have you here on day 2.
Yeah.
I can easily say that we did not have a lot of content today.
Whose fault is that?
Mine.
Yes, it is.
Okay? It's mine.
What could we have been doing the entire time?
I could have interviewed Nana. I tried
Or,
to interview
you know,
Lyra, but it
could
turns
have-
out I forgot to freaking press record on the audio. So
Good job.
I'll interview Lyra again tomorrow.
Oh, so me interrupting you did nothing.
Yeah, I did
Nice.
absolutely nothing.
Or we could have been doing my plan for the entire con, you
I'm
know?
sorry. I'm sorry. You not showing up until like later and then you being gone really threw things in of when should I podcast? When shouldn't I podcast? My
That's-
confidant.
That's why my idea was, to never stop podcasting.
Yes, but like, do you know how much boring stuff happened throughout the day?
From what I saw and understood, not a lot.
Why? Because I was crowd working.
No.
Did you see me
I-
crowd
I
working?
did not, actually.
Oh, dude, there was like
Every-
a Mr. Fantastic.
every
I'm like,
time I
"Ooh, we
was
got
here,
a
the
good
speaker
looking
was
guy
turned
over
off,
here.
so-
He looks flexible, you know.
Yeah, every time I was here, was he also a black man?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that guy.
He's
That
stylish.
costume was supreme.
Yes,
that
it
was a
was.
really good costume.
Yes, it was.
But yeah, every time I was here, the speaker was turned off. So as far as I knew, you didn't do any crowd work.
I know, from your perspective.
Yeah.
But I was actually having a good time.
I'm sure
it's
you
less fun when it's just me. And also, I'm not going to just talk to the camera by myself, okay? I got a lot of con
That's why
goers.
you talk to the con goers, talk to the people.
No, like I got a lot of exhibitors and guests
Yeah.
wanting to be on the podcast, but they can't do it on the biggest day of the con, you
Yeah.
know? And so I expect actually most of our day tomorrow being full of interviews. Like we got the cat girl. I am so sorry. I forget your name right now, but she draws cats. She gave me this button for $4. So she didn't give it to me.
Meow.
She sold it to me. But it's amazing, and it matches my shirt right now. So
it does.
that's good. I invited this person onto the podcast, but she said that she hates her voice. I was like, I've been doing this for almost 3 years. I totally understand. Mike says that he can be on. Dave definitely is saying, I'll get around to it tomorrow. Aubrey has already agreed. He'll do a Zoom call.
Yes.
But yeah, we definitely have multiple people wanting to be on. So, I mean, I guess it's my fault that I didn't get those Asian guys.
Did you talk to them today?
No.
Why not?
I mean, I talked to them this morning.
Oh, okay.
But, like, there wasn't really any... I got to start setting times, like hard times.
We need to.
Oh, I'll
So,
ask Mr.
Ideally,
Warpath.
we'd be able to be here really early, but sometimes, we're, in our mid-20s.
I got here at 8:45.
I mean, like 6 o'clock.
I can be here at 6 o'clock.
That's what I was saying. Ideally, we'd
I'll-
be here really early.
Nobody else will be here at
and
6 o'clock.
we'll be able to record early with people. But no, we're mid-20-year-olds, and we like to sleep. Or we start asking people to come after the convention.
We're not old enough for that excuse. I want you to know.
No. Going to bed early is an old people thing.
Oh, okay.
Sleeping in is a young people thing.
Yes, but waking up off of like 3 hours of sleep is also a young people thing.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, bro, I can operate.
I think that's
at
just
full volume at 4 hours.
I think that's just a crackhead thing.
I have never done crack a day in my life unless I probably have to check some ADHD pills in the history of my life, but never done crack on purpose.
All right.
Do we do a little show and tell of the things we got today?
You've got a lot more than I do, my guy.
Well, then you do you.
I mean, I bought a few small things.
You got a transformer. You got a lot of stuff over here.
Like, I bought this because I actually don't have an premium Back to the Future time machine.
Jordan got a transformer.
The green one I had already. That's just one that doesn't get enough attention. It's one of my favorites.
Jordan got another transformer.
Did that one?
This one is really cool because he wanted this one and then it came out of a mystery bag. So
Did you? Hey, hang on.
what is it supposed to glow or something? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my dang. It lights up. I don't know if that shows on camera, but yeah. We got those.
Yeah, that's.
And then Jordan also got.
No, I didn't get that though. I
Not
already had
today? Okay. What else you get?
that. I think that's it.
Oh wow, I did get a lot more than you.
Should we show off?
Granted. What?
Should we show off the auto, the Charlie thing?
Yes, we got it today. Let's show it off. This is now in Vinny's possession. Well, not possession, literally.
It will be as of tomorrow. But
As of tomorrow. This is Vinny's. We went and got the signature for Charlie Cox, from Charlie Cox, to, wait, what's it say? To Vinny. All my
all the best, my man. Charlie.
That does not say that.
Yes. All the best, my man.
Okay. I believe you. I can't judge anybody's handwriting. It's terrible. It's mine. Mine is terrible. All right. What else you get?
That's it.
I'm sorry. It's gonna seem like I got a lot. Okay. I didn't buy anything yesterday. Jordan bought some things yesterday, in which he will probably buy a few more things tomorrow.
We'll
I have isolated all my purchases
I bought something for you yesterday too.
in one day. Okay, I've isolated all my purchases into one day. Let's start it off strong. let's start with the free stuff that I got. Yes.
I feel like this should probably be the reflection video. Is a lot of the stuff that you got, but like, because it's normally what we do. But yeah, I mean, it's
we'll
fine.
do it
It's
by
whatever.
day by
It's whatever.
day,
It's whatever.
you know?
It's whatever.
I got
Especially
this
concerning,
bookmark
you know,
signed by Dave Wheeler, the absolute G that he is. Thank you so much. I'm not gonna do this for.
This is gonna look
3
really
more
weird
times,
on camera.
But I got all my Friday Night Bigfoot comics signed by Mike Kingston. I got 4 different issues because they're 4 different variant covers. You know how comics be, you know what I'm saying? And he signed all of them, and I'm really proud of him. You know what? I will not show all 4, but I'll show 2 just because I do think that this is the best signed one. It's super clean. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, shaking the ropes kind of deal. Mike Kingston said that this variant cover was based off of Ultimate Warrior, Shaking the Ropes. And I think that's it for all the free stuff. Nope, no, it's not. We got one more thing by the lovely, amazing Aubrey Sitterson. We got the poster to No One Left to Fight, the comic book that still evades me because he sold out of it when I wanted it 3 years ago. So,
and he sold out of it now too.
well, it's just it's out of print.
Oh,
Yeah, it has come and gone. It's done its course for him. He said,
Oh.
"Hey, find it at a comic book store." So
sad.
I got an audiobook with a QR code in which I will not show you the correct side because I don't want you to steal my freaking QR code.
I mean, as long as you redeem it before this episode goes up.
You're so right. That I thought about that. I got a book
Whoa.
by Dave Wheeler, Sci-Fu. Apparently he did the coloring on this. Not written or drawn by him, but he did do the coloring for it. Always reminds me of Dave Wheeler and him just being an everything kind of guy, kind of like me with movies. He said years ago to me, "Men with many hats always stays warm." So yeah, I got Sci-Fu for my nephew. It says to Tyrion from Dave, and he says to keep reading, and that's wonderful. Thank you, Dave. The dad in him, he's so wonderful. I also got a book, like an actual book, like an adult, grown up. This is what adults should read level book. And I love everything about this. It's called Dead Malls by Darby Harn. And it's a VHS tape, except for it's actually a book. It just looks like a VHS tape because Darby Harn knows what's freaking cool looking. Okay?
I love these authors and people that just keep showing up in like our stuff.
Oh, I didn't even know that Joe threw in a bookmark. Okay. Joe threw in a bookmark for this book that I bought from him. It says, it's called They Come From Below by Joe Prozit. Fun fact, I was wanting to talk to him about what is scary. And we had that quick little talk with him yesterday. And he recommended this book for if I really want to do dread stuff or creepy stuff, thriller level stuff. And so, yeah, I bought an audiobook and two real books. I told myself that I was going to actually read more, like read books more, not just comic books, because as a writer, I don't want to be a hypocrite, You all right?
Yes.
Yes, you're all right. Okay. And then I bought these stickers from Mike Kingston. You got the Friday Night Bigfoot. You got the Headlock Comics. You got the Friday Night Bigfoot. And you got the Friday Night Bigfoot. And then you got the kayfabe sticker. And so, hell yeah. And then all that's left from what I got today. Oh yeah, I also got this free comic book from Field of Geeks. Go check them out. Field of Geeks at Field of Geeks. Do whatever you want. Oh yeah, this is the most expensive thing I got. Baxter Stockman original drawing from Dave Wheeler. I actually really like the aesthetic for Baxter Stockman. I mean, how many fly characters are there out there in the world,
Not many.
And I just love everything about it. He looks gross, and the total Dave Wheeler sketch style and I love it so much. I wish I asked him if there was some sort of protectors he gives out, but it's doing very well, actually. Fun fact, that was a commission that never went through.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then also from Aubrey Sitterson, says to Isaac, signed Aubrey, Free Planet, because I was not going to have happened what 3 years ago happened this year, okay? Oh, wow, he's doing things through Image Comics?
Yeah, I guess.
Aubrey's freaking, whoa.
Image is cool. Image is cool.
Aubrey be doing things, bro.
That's a bigger one that's not one of the
big
bigger
ones. Independents.
Yeah. You got Image, you got IDW, and
got
you got
Boom.
Boom.
You got Boom.
I don't know Boom.
You don't know Boom? Go to your local comic book store, young man.
I know the one that has Walking Dead, Invincible, and Transformers now. I can't remember the name of it right now for some reason.
It's okay.
Brain farting, but yeah.
It's okay. But anyways, last time I saw Aubrey was 3 or 4 years ago at the convention, this exact one, and he had a comic book called No One Left to Fight, and he advertised it to me saying, yeah, I was inspired by pro wrestling and anime when I wrote this one, and I'm like, dude, that's sick, and I didn't commit until the last day of the freaking convention, and then it sold out, and I was really looking at this one in particular. It's a variant cover, and I wasn't going to let that happen again, so I bought it. And so that is everything that I bought today, and I think I'm done making purchases. As you can see, okay, listen here, friends. Listen. Okay, we're gonna finish out the second day, and then we're gonna start the third day. Okay, but listen here. Everybody I bought from,
I can't hear them,
were people that I want to support in their endeavors. Oh yeah, I also got this cat button. Yeah, almost forgot about that one. But these are all my homies. These are all people I want to support. These are all people that are really cool. And so support independent, support local. Yeah, there's a lot of retailers out there, and I guess they deserve money too for, providing the economy for it. But seriously, if there's someone out there creating and you're at a convention and you think they're really cool, and you think their stuff is good, support them. So that's all I'm going to say. Right, baby girl?
I don't know what you said, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. Are we closing out on the second day?
Yeah.
All right. Love you. Appreciate you. Have a good day.